Speaking of Charlton manager Russell Slade ahead of Saturday's trip to Walsall. Russell, you made your 9th new signing this time last week, and as you pieced together a new look squad, after Tuesday's first win against Shrewsbury, are you seeing partnerships developing on the field now?
A little. It's far too early to say that partnerships are flourishing or begin to show. But just little signs, little positive signs, nothing more than that.
But you're confident it'll come eventually?
I'm confident that it will get better, yes. Yeah, I think getting more familiar with each other's play is a big part of any successful team. But it does take a little bit of time, and we're still perhaps making the wrong runs or getting the timing wrong or not adjusting right maybe at the back as a four together. It's just an understanding. It will come with the more familiar they get with each other's play, and the more we talk. Communication's key, and if we can do that and communicate with each other in a better way, then we'll eliminate one or two of those unnecessary errors.
So at the moment, the more matches you play, the better from that point of view.
Yeah, that's why I say we'll get better. It all makes it's really common sense that the more they play together, the more they train together, the more they talk, on and off the pitch together. Hopefully, talking football, of course, the better, and the more driven they are, I'm sure they'll get better. Yes.
Are you working to a personal schedule in developing the squad, and are you ahead of that schedule?
It's a difficult question. I don't think we're ahead of that schedule, but it does take time to build, and you don't think you can put any limits on it either. And I've actually said to them, don't put a limit on yourself or any partnership on the pitch, because you don't know how far you can go. You don't know, and that's the kind of that's the good part, knowing that how far can you actually go and how far can this group develop. It's the nice part in a way. It's the learning curve, and trying to be the best you possibly can as an individual and as a team on match days is what it's all about. And when you're building something, it's nice to see it grow, and particularly if it's growing the right way, and that's what we're looking to do and achieve.
The transfer window closes on August 31st. Do you intend doing more business?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. There's still 13 days, whatever it is. We still want to do a little bit more.
Are there any positions that you prioritised?
Yeah, for sure. And it's different types, players that can bring something maybe different to the group. We'll be looking for just to get a balance, and I talk about the group a lot, I think, and I don't just talk about the team, the 11. I talk about the group, and it's important that you believe in that group. So if and when players get the opportunity, they've all got something a little bit different to bring to the table, and that's important going forward, because it takes different things sometimes to win a football match, and you need those as a manager. You need those cards, even if you're playing them midway through the second half as a substitute. It's important to kind of have those bodies around you that can maybe change games, or not just change games. It might be a case of ensuring that you win a game.
Have you earmarked any players that could come in and do a job for Charlton?
Yes, I hope so. Of course, yeah. We've been looking at our targets and then re-looking at targets as the window's gone on. It's been a bit of a process also. But and we've been patient for the ones that we really wanted. and that's the case with one of them that we've identified now.
He's not in the building having a medical.
No, not today. Sorry, I can't give you that news today. I'd like to, obviously, because you want everything in place, and we've not quite done that yet. But no, we're nearly there. We're nearly there.
With players recovering from injuries, have your selection options increased at Walsall on Saturday?
Have my options increased?
Yeah.
Well, obviously we'll have a body count today, and we'll see where we are. But they've increased gradually over the course of the pre-season and the start of the season anyway, with the ones that we've got into the building. But as I say, we're still not where we want to be. We can still be stronger, and we will need to be stronger as the season goes on. It's a huge season, a long season. We're going to be playing something like 54, 55 games or something like that, and you've got to have a group, capable to go the distance.
No injuries from Tuesday?
Yeah, one or two, and as I say, we're going to have to see how we come out of that today before we make team selection and squad selection for Saturday.
Russell Slade, thank you very much.
Russell, obviously after Tuesday's performance and the result, how important is it going to be to kind of maintain that momentum going into the weekend? I guess that would be, you'll be really keen to do that. Yeah,
I think from a player's point of view, to get a win under their belt is good. It's good for confidence. It gives them belief. We have a game plan. We have a structure. So we kind of know that structure, and I think that's important that players are coming to terms with that, understanding their jobs and collectively understanding their jobs. I think that's a big part of it. And you would hope that that would encourage them, to go and deliver another kind of solid performance on Saturday.
Yeah, what are you expecting from Walsall? I guess they've had a bit of a mixed start to the season. It's going to be a tough game as they were. But
I always think Walsall's a really difficult place to go. They've, over the last 3 or 4 years, under Dean Smith and now John, is like a tough place. I've always found it tough. It's never an easy place. Always strong at home. They've had more difficulty away from home than what they've ever had at home, I think. And I suppose that's the same with most teams, but always find them difficult wanting to crack at home.
Yeah, and you mentioned there might be a couple of injury concerns. I think Ricky came up and said that he's got another knock. He's seen that he's maybe got a swollen ankle or something like that. Is that the case?
Well, no, I'm not picking out any individuals. We've got a few there that we've had the medical department in before I came to see you, and we have 2 or 3 issues before Saturday.
Obviously, Bauer was again kind of on the bench. Do you think he's kind of ready to be thrown in, or is it again you'd like to kind of gradually?
Yeah. Look, I'm sure he would love a game, and in some form or another, in the next kind of 5 days, you need to give him some more football, whether it's with the first team or with the under-21s, under-23s.
Yeah.
We will wait and see, but he's in there ready, so he knows what's going off. That's the important thing. And if we did have to throw Patrick in there, then I'm sure he'll give a good account of himself. He'll certainly do his best. He's worked hard to get to the level he's at right now, even.
Yeah. Obviously, Ricky Holmes, great performance from him. He was kind of on the wrong end of a couple of quite heavy challenges again. I think against Northampton, I think it was Matt Taylor, quite a heavy challenge on Tuesday again. Do you think he might be a player that teams kind of target in that sense because he's the way he plays, the quality he has? Perhaps is that something you need to be wary of? Or I
think any player that wants to go and drive at the opposition and take players on is going to be somebody that the opposition will look at closely and will want to kind of counteract, and do something about. So, the way he plays, the way he drives at people, he kind of he makes defenders have to make decisions, and sometimes those decisions are rash decisions from defenders, and he does draw a lot of free kicks because people do, try to stop him in his stride.
Yeah, obviously Novak was on the bench on Tuesday. I mean, having someone of his kind of quality, his experience on the bench at the moment, I mean, that must give you quite, a great deal of confidence in your kind of attacking options, I guess.
Yeah, no. Since we've got Josh in, and obviously Lee got that injury to his hand, but no. Lee's more than an option. He's going to be a big part of what we do this season, and sometimes players are going to have to fill in maybe in other positions slightly foreign to them at times, right, to do a job for the team. That can happen when you pick up injuries, because you can't, especially this season, because you can't go out into the emergency loan system. You've got to, your group are very, very important, more important than they've ever been. I can't stress that enough, really.
Yeah. How's Josh? You mentioned kind of settled in. Obviously, he's been here for a week now. I think he won a lot of fans over on Tuesday just for his pure kind of, his attitude, his determination. Could have even had a goal. Has he settled in well? Is he?
Yeah, fantastic. He's a really nice fella.
Yeah.
Wants to be here, wants to play for this football club, wants to do well for this football club. I just think he'll get fitter and stronger as the more he works with us. I think he'll just get better. He was unfortunate not to get a goal Tuesday, and I'm sure there's one around the corner for him.
Lastly, I mean, you mentioned on Saturday that perhaps a central midfielder was kind of an area that perhaps, if possible, you'd like to kind of strengthen. Is there been any development in that, or is it just weighing up your options at the moment?
Just looking at those and seeing, but obviously we've got good midfielders at the football club. It's kind of like looking for something a little bit different to what we've got, as I said. So, it's like putting a jigsaw together, making sure we've got all the pieces there that can help us, any given time, win a football match or save us a football match.